last we left off, our adventurers were in the city of Crystal Sage. They fended off a warship longboat of undead. They were able to kill a vampire and chase off the revenant, but the boat got away. They got rid of all of the bodies, went back into the town. Bethrina left to go do her apprenticeship at the apothecary, and that is where we pick up with our characters inside of the inn. What do you do?
If I had more health points, I would have taken that ship.
Right?
But you didn't.
You have about 3 days until the other ship appears.
Alright.
If it'll appear at this point.
We left it plenty of corpses to pick up.
Did we help pick up the corpses after the entire battle, or did we just leave the villagers to take care of that?
Well, since it was right next to the ocean, the water just came up and kind of... You guys just pushed them a little bit. And
So
the
we
water
just littered the ocean full of dead bodies.
The fish like it. It's food.
Yeah.
The gods of the sea are gonna kill us. We're dead.
They were fairly fresh corpses.
The city's always been a graveyard.
Yeah, but I don't think they like the landlubbers intruding on their home.
It's fine. I know of no gods of the sea.
So, what do you do?
Closest we got is Dana.
Well,
And she doesn't really care.
What do we do?
that is a very excellent question. We're in the inn right now, right?
Yes, you were at the inn.
Well, I gotta kill a vampire today. It's been a good day.
You're welcome.
Talking Flask.
Probably,
We're probably at
rest
breakfast.
and recover.
Oh yeah, I'm sleeping in.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys all sleep in, get your rest.
Not me, I'm up early.
Okay, you're up early.
You're always up early.
No, not always. Garnet, you know me better than that. So the first thing I'm going to do is after I eat breakfast, I'm going to go up to my room. I'm going to cast Alter Self.
Okay.
I now look like a dark-skinned human, about
Okay.
5 foot tall. I'm going
Okay.
to change into my extra set of clothes, and I'm heading towards the apothecary.
Okay. So you head towards the apothecary. It's really easy to find. It's a large circular building. It looks like the top is mostly made of glass. To the northwest and southwest of the building look like large greenhouses built onto the circular building. It has a kind of like a archway path going into the apothecary. So you walk into the apothecary. There are plants everywhere.
Of
Just
course.
plants everywhere. You see tons of random doors along one side wall that you don't remember having anything on the other side of the wall. There's just doors. You can see into the greenhouses, just luscious plants. You see 2 women inside of the apothecary.
I'm going to walk up to them and ask them where I can find the owner of the store, the head guy, whatever you want to call it.
So, do you walk up to the human or the elf?
It's been a long time since I talked to an elf.
No, it hasn't.
At that point, I'm going to walk up to the human.
Okay, so you approach the human. She's fairly short,
All right.
well built.
Character.
Yes, how can I help you?
Hi. I was wondering if you could help me find the head apothecary.
Oh, yes, absolutely. She's right over here. She guides you over to a elven woman, very slender and tall, who is trimming plants and putting them in a small basket.
Crap, I feel intimidated.
This is Tiriara. She is the apothecarist here. Is that all you need?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. And she scuttles off to go and do her work.
What was her name again?
Tiriara? Tiriara?
It's like
Slower.
Tiriara. Tiriara.
Thank you.
She turns around. Yes, how may I help you?
Hello, I was wondering what kind of plants you have here.
I have most of them. I travel the world to gather plants and bring them here so that I can be the best healer of them all, pretty much.
Yeah, I was just thinking Pokemon.
As soon as I said that was not what I meant.
You gotta admit, you walked right into that
I did.
one. Okay, control yourselves, children. Anywho.
How may I help you?
Yes, I was looking for plants that facilitate a person's health.
Health.
Yes, minor healing abilities to long-lasting or permanent health boosts.
There really isn't much we can do with that. You'd have to look more towards magic for that. Most of the plants that I have mostly just heal you in the moment, so like a health potion. But that's about as strong as it gets.
Yes, what can you tell me about these plants?
Which plants are you referring to?
The plants that heal you in the moment. Just
Oh.
a quick burst of health.
This is the most respectful Mirtha's ever been.
Right.
He's in character.
Mostly, it's the red mushroom. They're very easy to find in forests and swampy areas, mixed with minor herbs that you can find at any apothecary. You can quickly whip up what will stand in place of a potion feeling.
What is the method for preparing a said potion?
It shows you. She just quickly whips one up. It's super simple for it, but you notice that she has a herbalist kit that she uses all of the tools for. But it's really easy to whip up. She just grabs a couple mushrooms and a few other herbs, whips it up. It turns into a red, creamy, almost like a health potion, but more herb-based instead of health potion-based magic.
Yes, thank you. Now, another question I was wondering you could answer for me is a good friend of mine nearly had an accident with crystal sage, and I was wondering if you could fill me in on the details of the treatment of overexposure.
Overexposure to crystal sage. A minor restoration would heal that. And she grabs a little pouch. It's mostly just the dust, but it's mixed with a few oils. She hands you this small little pouch. Just put a little fingerful in their mouth and it should cure them.
Is this for me?
Yes, you can take it. I have plethora of it.
How much do I owe you?
Don't worry about it. If I can save a life with this, it's worth it. I harvest it on a daily basis and it is very dangerous. And so I always keep it handy. And whatever I don't harvest, it goes into this. It won't cure all paralysis, but it will cure crystal sage paralysis.
How much is it? Like how many doses are in the bag?
There's about 5 doses. It's just a small little pouch.
Okay.
It's like a kind of like a paste. You can like pull it out and roll it up in a ball.
So that would be like one for each of us, and an extra in case one of us are really, really dumb.
Yes.
Gildal!
Okay, fair point.
Yeah,
What does this
you know,
do?
What it actually means is that 2 for Garnet and 3 for Gildal.
Yeah.
That's what this means.
Ouch! You're not wrong.
Oh no.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Yes, do you know where I can find a herbalism kit?
An herbalist kit? I can whip you up on right now. Let me find it. Oh, Player's Handbook has it.
Garnet, don't hate me for this.
I'm not with you.
I know you aren't.
It'll take several months to become proficient in it, but anyone with enough intelligence and wisdom can figure out how to mix
I'm
a couple
proficient
herbs.
with
What
both.
is your...
I'm
Oh.
proficient with both of those types.
I know, right? Wizards.
Okay. Herbalist kit. Oh, 5 gold pieces.
I'm a pirate.
It'll just cost you 5 gold pieces. It'll give you all of the basic herbs that you'll need and all of the tools. Is that something you're interested in?
Yes.
Okay. Elena, can you fetch one of the herbalist kits off of the shelf? Yes, right away, ma'am. She goes over and grabs this small pouch. It's probably about that big. Weighs about 3 pounds. Has, like, what is it called? A mortar and pestle?
Yep, mortar and pestle.
It has that and a couple herbs in there in small bags and pouches.
Alright, I give her the 5 gold pieces.
Well, thank you. Anything else I can help you with?
They're not glowing 5 pieces, are they?
I can't make 5 glowing pieces. If I could.
The best he could do is two glowing pieces.
She's like, how far am I supposed to get that past her? Look, if
So
it was a
it's
really
not-
sunny
it's not
day,
the honor you're worried about. It's
Look-
whether you
look,
can
it
get
was-
away with
it.
it.
Just kidding.
if it was a really
Ow.
sunny day and she was human, I might get away with it. But we're in a building, Caitlin. I can't hand her 2 obviously
with a glass
glowing
roof.
coins.
You hand it to her, and she goes over to a counter and pulls out this lead box. Flips it open, puts her hand over it, closes it.
I don't know why you feel the need to describe that.
Lead magic. Oh.
She puts the coins inside of a pouch.
That's a shrewd business
Wait a minute,
woman.
I need to check. I need to really quick. I need to check something. But anyways,
Yes.
yes. Also, do you have any potions for sale?
Potions? What kind of potions are you looking for?
Any kind of potion, really. I'm just
A nerd.
looking at them.
You're not there.
Buy a couple.
I know.
But I agree. My brother's a nerd.
Potions. We've got minor healing
They mean that in the
potions.
best way possible.
I'm trying to find my. D. What are the rest of you doing while he's
Off gallivanting in the opposite.
gallivanting in apothecary?
What time is it?
In my journal.
Early.
By this point, it's probably late morning. It's probably like 9, 10 o'clock.
I'm bored.
You're bored.
Oh yes, your clown isn't here
Nice
long enough to make you laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there they are.
I've noticed your coconut is out.
So what are the rest of you doing?
Following Gildo.
What is Githal doing?
He's off hunting.
We should actually check on the dwarf, make sure he's okay.
I am going to
You're not allowed to go hunting
search
without me.
the beach.
Search the beach.
For
Yep.
anything.
For leftover corpses. And then I don't have fire spells, actually.
Who here does have fire spells, out of curiosity?
Just you.
The wizard.
Well, Caitlin has a reaction
Oh,
spell.
Oh wait, no, I do have a fire spell.
Green flame blade.
I am going to, if there are any corpses left, I'm going to drag them up higher and burn them.
Okay, you find a couple bodies that you had thrown out into the sea, but
Tide wash them.
the tide washed them back in, and you pile them up.
I hope
Burn
some
them.
stranger doesn't come across and see you do this.
Some fishermen are like looking at you kind of funny, like,
What, did no one see the giant battle
What?
that happened last night?
a lot of people did, but it's still a little weird to see this giant
Minotaur.
beast going,
Burning bodies.
dragging bodies, hitting them with a maul, and they light on fire. Like,
While
that's
a
not
little drow
normal.
elf is following him around.
Yeah, well, a small little drow elf is just like,
Helping.
Like a penguin shell.
Helping.
helping! This one's really heavy! That's the smallest one of the bunch.
I know.
It doesn't even have legs!
What's your strength score?
10.
She is below average
Well, she's average.
for the average human.
For the commoner.
I am an average commoner in strength.
Yes.
And above average in everything else.
Yeah.
I have the average intelligence of a commoner.
Anyways,
Only slightly above average in intelligence.
I have several health potions. They run about 40 gold pieces.
that's actually a pretty good deal.
I've got greater healing potions. They're about 125.
Okay, where is my equipment? There it is. Could you tell me how much this would be? I'm gonna hold up my vial of mimic acid.
Mimic acid?
Yes, from about 8 sessions ago.
Interesting.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah.
I forgot you stole the mimic acid. I don't know.
Because you took acid before from a thing.
From an ankeg, and then I threw it into the
Threw it,
mimic
yeah.
to
Mimic.
do something. And you realize the mimic is immune to acid damage.
Yeah, right as you throw it in there.
And it's not even half as effective as
Let's-
ankeg acid, and it makes me sick.
She looks at it. What is it exactly? It looks like some kind of acid.
Yes, my
You're not Porky Pig.
I'm in character.
I know. Your character's getting annoying.
That's the point. It's supposed to be as far from that as physically possible.
Oh yeah, you have the sky bomb. Whoops. It's changing.
My cousin gave this to me a while ago. Said it might help me start my career as an alchemist.
Ah,
As far as it's what he told me, it's from a mimic.
mimic poison. Acid. You don't come across that very often. I could probably give you 20 gold for it. If you're wanting to sell it.
That would be nice.
Okay. Is there anything you'd like to buy while you're here?
Let me see.
Kevin, what are you doing at this point?
I'm asleep.
Okay, still asleep.
Okay. Potions of so they're just basic potions of healing.
Yes, basic potions of healing.
All right, I'm gonna buy 2 of those.
2 of those. 40 gold pieces each.
Yeah, but I already had to pull the deduction. I don't like it, but I'll do it.
Much more
then
expensive
you're-
than stealing them.
Then you're
How am I supposed to steal
selling
from you,
the
okay?
acid.
And I stole her the acid. I already worked that into my
Okay,
math.
sounds good.
Nice.
So, you guys exchange. You pay her. She pulls out the lead box, runs her hand over the runs the coins over the box, puts it back under.
So is the box magical, or is it just a normal lead box?
There's something.
It looks like a normal
There's
lead
gotta
box.
be something in the box that she's
She just like
doing
lifts
a
the
check
lid
on.
up, runs her hands over. closes
Oh! It's an anti-magic thing. She's got an
Yeah.
anti-magic thing in the box. So whenever she lifts it up, she can check to make sure it's magical. And if it is magical and it's not supposed to be there, it'll poof out of existence. She's a clever little.
Shrewd business.
It's a shrewd businesswoman.
it. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Let me see. I was wondering if you could tell me what this is. And I'm going to hold up the little glass thing for it's Kyogman's ointment, but my character doesn't know that.
Oh,
If
okay.
you could help me appraise this.
She grabs it. Her eyes glow. This is whatever it is, a Cuteman's ointment,
Yeah, Kyogman's ointment.
Kyocton's ointment, whatever.
Where did you get that?
From one of our
Oh,
little dungeon
there we go.
raids.
This, it works kind of like a healing potion. You apply it to somebody. It looks like this only has 3 uses, did I say? It only has 3 uses in it, but it'll work like a healing potion.
That's very interesting. Thank you.
You don't come by it very often, but it's very helpful when you're getting your butts kicked in a dungeon.
Thanks.
I just figured you were going hunting somewhere and you bought 2 health potions.
I was hoping I could see if I could work with them, maybe make them more effective for cheaper use of equipment. I'm trying to start my own business as an alchemist.
Alchemy? I don't know a lot about alchemy, but I do know a lot about herbalism.
And she did show me the process to make one of these potions, right?
A health potion, yes.
So I should know how to make one.
In a general sense, yes. You do know how to make it. You don't know like the exact amounts, but you get the general sense of how to make it.
Trial and error.
Yep, and I got lots of time on my hands.
Make Gildol your guinea pig.
Yes, he's a minotaur. He can take any kind of mistake. You know, an accidental poison or 2.
Yes. He's not resistant to poison yet.
Yet. Anyways.
What is that at?
Level like
11?
3 or 5.
6.
it's
7.
not 5.
Oh well, we'll figure it out later.
5 is multi-attack.
Multi-attack and another first level spell slot and 2 second level spell slots.
That is very nice.
Alright, now I'm gonna ask, if it's not too much trouble, could you show me the different cures for several types of poisons? I have a stepsister who loves to adventure, but she always finds herself in trouble. She typically stepsister.
Don't at me.
She often gets bitten by snakes or dealing with underground thugs.
Don't at me.
She often finds herself poisoned.
Well, I'm a little busy at the moment, but if you come back in the morning, tomorrow, I can show you a few things. I'm always willing to help a new herbalist out.
Thank you, madam.
No problem.
This is who you are playing with.
A 5-foot, dark-skinned man, skinny as a twig. Does not look like an adventurer in any way, shape, or form.
Anything else?
Is Martha like an adventurer?
No.
Well, he looks more. He looks a bit more closer.
Yes,
to the
He's
because he
little
carries a
rugged.
weapon and has a cool coat.
And a
That's it.
huge bag.
a small bag. Okay, is there anything else I have here that I can get appraised or looked at,
No.
or anything else?
You do have a rug, and you have... There was something else.
I have the blanket that turns into a spider. But
Oh yeah, that's right.
I know
That's
what
it
that does.
Yes.
There was that. Where did we get the rug from?
You
We
rolled it up from
and
a
stuffed it
dungeon.
in
You
the
went
back
up
of
to it and you're like, I'm gonna check underneath it. Oh, there's a floor there. You know what? We're just gonna roll it up and put it in the bag of holding.
Is the rug magical?
No.
You don't know that.
We were gonna
No.
sell it.
Do you know where I can find a place that sells or buys rugs?
You might have to go to the next town. I mean, if it's... Most people around here don't have luxurious rugs or furniture, for that matter. It's a very small place.
Right. Thank you for your time. Just as a last thing, I'm going to pull out a map of the area and just ask her to give me general gists of the towns and what they're like.
General
Because I'm a clever boy. You see, I'm going to be traveling a lot, and I think it'd be best to know the different places I can go.
Yes, I can help you with that. You have Stone Edge. It's built into the side of a cliff. It's very beautiful. That is to the north of here, several days. You have
Stone Edge?
Stone Edge. Fenbeer is a small scorpetite village across this.
Fenbeer?
Fenbeer.
It's like Fenrir, but without the R.
It's
You mean-
then Thenbihr.
Then
Thenbihr. Thenbihr.
thank you.
That's a small squabbicide village. They usually don't like too many visitors. To the east, you have Valfog. It's sort of like Crystal Sage, just a little bit bigger. Still a fishing village. Across from Valfog, you have Bridge Keep and Falconmallow, which are also very small towns. Not very much along the edge of the water here.
Do you have any recommendations for places to look for herbs and ingredients?
Probably back towards the mountain. There's a lot more wooded areas.
About how far away is that?
Probably the best place I've found is about a day and a half travel. Over by Cranin.
I'm going to roll my map. Thank you for your time, miss. It was a pleasure talking with you.
It is a pleasure.
Meekly make my way out the door.
Okay, you meekly make your way out the door.
And head back home.
Okay.
I'm awake now. Wondering where everyone is.
You wake up. Everybody is gone.
Is everyone down? Wait, are these? They're gone.
Are you two still on the beach?
Yes. I
How
have a
many-
bonfire.
Yes, he's just sitting there watching this very large fire.
I'm going to have
can't-
some fun.
I can't see birds
see them
and
as I'm walking
bats.
by. On my way
They're-
back to the town, do I see them or are they far away?
you
roll a
sure?
perception check.
You're a paladin. You seem a little sadistic.
8.
I'm a paladin.
Yes.
Paladins can do whatever they want, as long as it's under their oath.
So as long as Nicholas didn't break his oath, he was free to be as greedy as he wanted.
We just
You,
all pull him out on it from hypocrisy.
You don't see them. You see a little bit of smoke in the sky, like way off by the water.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to probably still make his way back to the
Okay,
tavern.
you make your way back to the
Are you getting
tavern.
breakfast?
It's probably brunch now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
lunch,
it's closer to lunch.
dinner.
You make your way back. You find Kaylin in the main.
Who is this?
You find Garnet in like the main dining area. Adrime is sitting there. He has a lantern set on the table, just a lead lantern with the hood up. You
What?
recognize it as an anti-magic field.
What I'm concerned
Well.
about is that the boat won't even come in the next couple days after what just happened.
Okay. I'm just going to curse under my breath in Infernal. I'm going to keep a wide berth of him and head upstairs, deactivate my spell, and then come back downstairs.
It is you.
Okay.
You forgot the little timid hunch.
That's what the pockets are for.
That's him holding his hands in his pockets. You have to add the hunch to make him look timid.
Oh,
He doesn't have shoulders.
what are shoulders?
You come back down. Adrime and
You
Garnet
two
are just sitting at the table. I don't know if the boat will come. It may, because it's not really coming to hunt us down. It's mostly coming to pick up bodies, from what I've picked up from the town. And if they don't have bodies, then somebody must volunteer to go alive, or they will send an assassin to come and pick up bodies himself.
And what happens if they don't? Is there a threat to attack the village?
Yes, they will send an assassin.
That's right, I gotta
Oh, that's-
move. Do we kill said assassin, though?
Are you asking him?
No. It's something I'm wondering now. Because is the vampire the assassin?
Why would he be? He's been hunting us.
Yes, but what do you think happened to him after the first time we killed him? We hadn't seen him for a long time.
Good point.
Also, he could just need to show up once and then the threat's always there and they have to worry about it all the time. Actually, that reminds me, I have his cursed sword.
Yes, you do.
How long has this been happening? Did I know that? I don't think we knew that.
You never asked.
Yeah, how long has this boat body creepy relationship going on?
It's been coming for quite some time now.
How long is quite some time? That's not specific enough.
Several months, almost a year at this point.
It's been doing this since
And how
before
long
the
has it
Lich
been
was
since?
released.
Oh, before the Lich. Okay,
Because it's only
I was
been
about to
roughly a
ask.
month, if that. I'd say
It's been
3
a-
weeks.
Couple weeks.
So it's been doing this for a really long time. Meaning, they were planning to break him out themselves, probably. Or they're just preparing for his return. So he already has at least a year's worth of dead bodies to work with.
Thank you for your optimism.
You're welcome, sister.
And this isn't the only place he's going to. There are several cities in the area that he's been harvesting bodies from.
Well, the sooner we take him out, the sooner we can take care of that.
Lovely, we're going to need to stock up. On that note, we need to go hunting for materials later tomorrow.
What kind of materials? do
Healing
you
potion
need?
materials. I got us a couple more, but I think it'd be better to have a
Oh, is
whole
that where you were
stockpile.
this morning?
Yes, I went to talk to our lovely apothecary. What a lovely elven woman she was, better than ours.
I'm not even here to defend myself.
I mean, in terms of conversation, she's a bit more talkative. But I've gotten quite a lot. I mean, I even have one of these. I'm gonna pull out my herbalism kit from my bag. I have a couple more potions now. Wait, I can't pull anything out of the bag because we're in an anti-magic field.
You reach in the bag,
He's just like
dust.
the
Dang
bottom
it.
of the bag.
Well, I have a kit. I'm learning how to do herbalism. I know where we can get ingredients, and I know a basic process to make one.
And how long will that take?
Well, actually, no.
Is that time we have?
It's about a day and a half journey. And let's assume another. Actually, yeah, I'll have to wait till later. But
But you have it.
yes,
Get started.
I have stuff to get started with, and I know we can at least buy materials.
Okay.
Or steal if we're that lucky. Actually, that reminds me.
Have you seen the other two? I haven't seen them all morning.
Me neither.
Adron, have you seen them?
They left earlier
this
this
point.
morning.
We clump in.
There's nothing strange going on except for a giant plume of smoke.
That was probably them.
In all honesty, probably, but I'm
Oh.
not ready.
Before they come in, you smell get a very large whiff of burning bodies and
Burning
smoke. It's very rancid. And then in walks a jovial elf with a large minotaur.
Also, I now have a flower in my hair. I don't know where I found it. I just did.
Both of you, go get a bath before you get us kicked out!
I mean, the rest of the people in the tavern don't smell very good either, but
None of them smell like burning dead corpses
Yes, they
that have been
don't
sitting
smell
there
like-
for a whole night.
They instead smell
Probably
like
moldy
rancid
too, because they've been
seeds.
sitting in the ocean.
yes, it's pretty rancid.
Ah, yeah, go with Vandal where you belong.
What did you say?
Well, if you had prestidigitation, this wouldn't be a problem.
I don't. Well,
Don't remind him.
I know, and I...
He said go to
Would
the
have to be
bath and
double.
don't take too long.
I swear, if I had magic right now, I'd whip up this little bit of drink I have and splash you both with it to at least attempt to make you smell better.
I have
Wouldn't
a
do
flower.
Your flower is like starting to wilt.
Well, I've lost my appetite and I'm gonna push my plate away.
Impressive. Maybe I should just not take a bath and show up to the Lich's place like this. Do you think he has a sense of smell?
No, I don't think he'd care.
I think
He lives around undead.
I was
Oh,
going to
yeah.
say I think he lives around.
He is dead.
Ooh, he probably
Do dead
smells
people
himself.
have senses of smell?
He'd probably burn you alive just to get rid of it.
Or himself alive. Two.
I would prefer him burning himself alive. Or
I'm this
Dead.
burning himself dead?
Gildal. I'm this close to burning your clothes and half your skin to get rid of the smell.
Good luck,
That
it's
will
made
not
of metal.
Oh, in that case, I can smelt it and sell it.
Fine.
He'll
I
do
will
it.
go and take a bath.
I go over to the bar and ask for a bucket of water.
I'm just going to the ocean.
Gilbo walks off, jumps in the ocean, swims around for a little while, Comes back smelling like salt water.
Now you smell like fish.
That's a bit better. Oh, much better. Smells like
Meanwhile, I come back smelling like an actual decent human being.
You're not a
A
human
decent-
being.
a decent elfling.
Well, I probably smell like a human being. This is a human tavern.
Yes.
But you just took a bath, so you smell like you normally do. There you go, elfling.
Yes. So, what do you do now? You've had breakfast, you've discussed a little bit about your things, you've taken a bath, and
The first time since we've ever met that
yeah.
any of us have taken a bath.
Officially.
We have killed so much and have never bathed.
Well, Mirth's probably over there like dousing himself with control water.
Mirth takes showers regularly.
The rest of us find random puddles of water to splash in.
He just uses alter self to make himself look clean.
Heck, I'm not burning. That's too costly of a spell to burn every day.
I use alter self.
Minor illusion.
Minor illusion.
You don't have alter self.
Yes, I do.
You have 2 spell slots.
She has.
I have Mask of Many Faces, which casts Disguise Self, which is an alter self. I was wrong.
Yeah. Later, you get alter self for free, and that's cool.
Yes.
So, what do you do?
I just realized I have a bunch of dragon materials,
Do.
Whoopsie.
but
We should make armor.
where
Don't
we have time?
enough.
I have a bunch of dragon scales. I have no dragon talons. I
We
have
have dragon teeth.
I have.
And
what-
I can
We have
forge
3
that.
dragon teeth. We have 2 dragon wings, and we have a bunch of dragon scale.
I can make a sword. Or, what if I made a glaive attachment?
A
For
glaive
Mirth.
attachment?
Yes.
Or made a halberd attachment?
Yeah,
Out of the
This is getting difficult.
you could, potentially.
Depends on how good my rolls are.
Yeah.
I am not Slayer.
No. Didn't he have like a double proficiency in it?
Yeah.
because it was his arm.
Because his arm could turn into a hammer.
Yeah.
He was proficient in hammers, and then he was proficient in arms.
If I had
No, that's not how that works.
a hammer in the morning, I'd
Oh,
have
sweet.
We have 2 dragon wings, 3 dragon teeth, and a lot of dragon scales. I'm sad I
Dragon
destroyed the
teeth.
toes, though.
Dragon teeth.
Whoa.
Belts.
The one
Did you
time,
catch that?
The one time.
Don't know.
Belts.
The one time my drills failed me was for the toes.
They weren't meant to have toes. Dragon toes, that is.
Yes, toe that topic carefully.
Very thankful for that. Thank you so much.
They already work
Really
as a
gorgeous.
short sword.
Angry Cookie Crunch.
What would the wings be used for?
A cloak. The claws are the one that can be made into the great sword.
I don't need to make it into a sword. I need to make it into a glaive or halberd top.
Yes, you could
They're
do
mine.
that
We
with
can't have
one.
them. You have the skull. I have everything else.
You would be able to do that just out of one.
Yes. But I have the tool proficiency that you need so that you can use them in a cool way.
Who has
instead
all
of
the
a
healing
sword.
equipment?
Yes,
he
but
has healing.
I don't need healing equipment. I have it built in. In multiple ways. 3 ways to be exact. Spell slot, lay on hands, and my warlock ability.
And who has saved us more often than not?
Me.
This is the discussion.
Look, I'm just asking for a solid. Is that too much to ask?
At this point, probably. Now,
Yes.
what is our plan of attack? The boat is coming in
3 days.
3 days.
Can we make that 4?
No.
Yes, if we wanted to summon the assassin instead.
Yes.
Do we have any idea what kind of an assassin this assassin is?
If people knew what it was, they probably wouldn't be living now, would they? He'd be a terrible assassin if people knew what it was.
Okay, but watch as it's the vampire.
If it's the vampire, we've killed him twice.
A revenant maybe that's gotten more intelligent?
A revenant wouldn't usually be an assassin
How
against a village.
It would have to be something with some sort of intelligence and
If the
great
Revenant
ability to kill.
was a hardened
apprentice.
criminal / murderer, though.
Revenants only come from injustice.
No one's listening to my ideas. Just kidding.
Yeah, he was betrayed by someone in his crime family.
Then he would hunt down the crime family and not the people who he was robbing.
Yes, but what happens if he was brought to life by... Never mind. We're ending this discussion.
We get to the keep, we bust in, then stomp that Lich Lord.
I don't think we can take him as we are.
Magic. Anti-magic.
Fair point, but what do we do about the army?
We don't get
We
caught.
care about that.
I mean, I nearly died, and I almost burned through all my spells just managing the 50 of those zombies there. Not to mention the 3 generals. And
Here's what we
didn't
do.
even get
We
one.
don't get caught.
We get a big wagon,
I'm
cover it in spikes.
I'm gonna look at Garnet and just kind of nod my head. Then I'm gonna look at Gildal and Andron and just good luck with that.
Feel
Ouch.
attacked.
He didn't even look at you.
I know.
You're not even noticed. You're fine. You could just like disguise yourself as a zombie.
Wait, there's a 5th person at the table.
I slap Nerd.
It doesn't work because it's magic.
Oh, we'll see.
It's ethereal.
Anyways,
Turns out she's not real.
our original plan is...
Are any of us real? We are all but sheets of paper.
That's metagame thinking that our creator gods are not supposed to let us know all about.
Contained in plastic.
Anyways, our original plan is to cast false death on ourselves and get taken on the boat. If we awaken before the entire process is complete, we can take out the guy on the boat and then get in via that route.
Mm-hmm.
Could we not just like, volunteer to tribute?
We could. I'm sure he would take us.
But then they'd probably strip us of all our equipment too. They probably won't let us on the boat with anything we have.
I don't think they would let dead corpses with fully armored on the boat either.
That's
Mm-hmm.
the point.
Or at least not without, pick them through and saying, oh, I like this. This one's shiny. It's mine
I'd
now."
rather be conscious and be able to fend off pickpockets than unconscious and be stripped naked.
Call back to our jailbreak, anybody?
I was fine.
So
You
is that-
murdered 16 guards and the reason why we have a bunch of revenants after us.
It's fine.
Okay, but he could also murder 16 guards on the boat.
Yes, but they're all dead.
Yes. Easier to kill. Just kidding.
No. Easier to hit, not easier to kill.
Same thing.
Good point.
Not
We
the
could,
same
we could
thing.
find our stuff.
I'd say,
again.
though, another option we do have is to not get on this next run and wait for the next one, so we can gain more information about the boat and know what we're dealing with. Because all we have now to go on with the boat is just more rumor. We have no idea what we're up against, what we're going to be dealing with, anything about the boat, how many
The
people are
longer
on
we
said
wait,
boat.
the more the Lich is going to get powerful, the bigger of a problem we're going to have to deal with when we get there.
Yes,
Remember
but
the
if we're
death
rushing
boat
unprepared, then we
eulogy
have an even
that
bigger
happened
problem.
last night?
We're talking, he's already had a year's worth of corpses from several
He
different
probably
villages.
also knows we're here. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
He does know we're here.
So
Yes,
the
'cause
longer
someone
we
messed
wait, the more threat we put on this village and ourselves.
Yes, and the sooner we get him out of the way, the sooner I can get back to my palace and stop gallivanting with wanted criminals.
How about
You
we...
keep flaunting that, and yet you're here.
I am here because it's my duty to take out the Lich that you guys released.
She
That's
released
why I
you,
put my body in a freaking casket.
Though to be
Granted, it was a clone, but
fair, you had little to no countermeasures for anti-magic whatsoever.
no. So, I say we get on this boat.
I say we get on the boat.
Me too.
What happens with
what about
anti-magic
majority
spheres on the
rules?
boat? Would it move?
I doubt it.
Where it's in a lantern.
Yes.
But all of it is, though.
But it would be funny. Because if we opened it and killed the guy, and then closed it, the boat would
Okay,
keep moving
wait.
then.
Pause really quick. Are you sure anti-magic does not stop zombies from working?
We actually had a discussion on this, And we're pretty sure depends on it's basically up to DM's discretion. Logically, yes, it should.
Yes.
Okay.
By the definition of zombies,
And the definition of anti-magic.
I will keep this very brief. But the definition of zombies is a corpse animated by magic. Thus, it has magic. Thus, in an anti-magic sphere, all the magic in that realm of existence, except for that created by gods and
Or
artifacts, are banished from that sphere.
So those
So
people
unless-
aren't resurrected by a god.
Yes. So whites will still be there,
Ghosts will still be there.
but those are
Wraiths,
not. Those
revenants.
aren't created by magic. Those are created by
Sheer force of will.
will and white.
Curses
in the
and-
cases of whites, it's curses and gods.
Yes.
Will that also work for revenants?
Revenants are a force of will.
Damn.
Yes, those
Yeah, a bit of
are
Oreo
spirits.
in there.
Those are spirits at unrest, which means that they're not magical at all.
Okay, so we can't repel revenants.
But zombies.
So we can easily deal with zombies. Maybe even the Lich himself, since he's basic. Wait a minute. Since the Lich is supplying himself with magic from his phylactery, which drains a person's soul, turning it thus into magical energy that supplies himself, would anti-magic insta-kill a Lich?
Please say
No.
yes.
Because
It doesn't
he's siphoning off their soul.
He lives off of
Yes, but the
souls.
anti-magic would dispel the magic that's siphoning him and feeding him the said soul.
But he only
is-
needs to eat like once a day.
Not even that.
It's
It's
like once a
literally
month or
like
something?
once a month.
Well,
Like he is not made of magic. He was made by magic. But he is a living creature.
Well, it's
Undead.
fun to think about.
The best part about liches and fighting liches with anti-magic is that they don't have melee.
Yes, they don't have melee.
so we do have a powerful anti-Lich item.
Yes.
But would it block the granny stick?
It's the
then?
Killjoy Lantern.
Yes.
Because the granny stick isn't artifact grade.
But if we kill the lich, hitting its phylactery will still work.
Would it even have its phylactery on its person?
Probably not.
He will not have it on his person, but I'm sure he will keep it close at hand.
So somewhere on his little death island that could be as big as we know it.
Yes, nobody's been there and come back to tell the tale.
So we essentially have to search a giant island for a little locket about yay big.
Giant?
More or
I wouldn't
less.
say giant.
Okay. I still say that we
I
need
would
to-
I would think he keeps it somewhere in a fortress.
What's the scale of this?
I still say we need to. I still say we wait. And if being here is a problem because he knows we're here, then we just simply send off Abdron for a couple days journey away, which we can go to get healing potion equipment that I can use to make more healing potions. We let him sleep one night without the magic ball. Bada boom, we set off a location beacon, and then we make our escape. He knows we're there, but he has no idea where we're headed to next. We can move over to one of the other towns, we can return to Crystal Sage, and we'd still have time for the next boat.
Mirth? Fewer words, please.
Ow.
In short.
Hurt head.
We pull a bait and switch maneuver.
Yeah, at
Oh.
most, the island will be 25 miles.
Long.
How do you
That's
know
the
this?
fog.
Yeah, at most, because of the map. It has a scale on it.
So, I say we leave Crystal Sage for a little bit.
And
Maybe the
that's
day after,
assuming
maybe sometime tomorrow.
that it starts the very edge of the fog.
Sometime tomorrow, we head back this direction. I'm going to pull up the map. We head this direction toward Cranen. There's a forest here that we should be able to get some supplies that we could use or sell, or make into things that we can sell or use for ourselves. We have Adrime sleep one night there without magic. That should pop off our location to the Lich, even if it's just for an hour or two.
Well, how long is that going to take, and how long do we have?
That would be we have 3 days until the next boat gets here. So if we have we have 3 days. So if we had taken a day and a half journey to get there, or if we make it shorter, or if we can have any other ways to make it shorter. Wait,
We don't have time to go there.
how fast can your pseudo dragon fly?
Not very fast.
Yeah, it's like 25 feet, isn't it?
Let me see.
Yes, but since it's a construct, but since it's technically a magical construct, it doesn't need to sleep or eat, right? It can, but it doesn't need to.
It eats small spiders.
Thanks
That
for
would be
that.
Small spiders.
So
It's a key.
even though its flying speed is slightly shorter than our own speed, if we were all in the bag and had the pseudo dragon fly us, we would thereby get there slightly faster, at least a day, if not that.
Except you suffocate after 10 minutes.
We can leave the bag flap open, or we can constantly
Still an
open
extra
and close
dimensional plane.
it. Yeah, we'll just take turns opening and closing the bag.
That is a very complicated plan.
I
It'll get us there in at least a day. At
don't like
longest.
suffocation.
We won't suffocate.
It has
We'll
a
leave the
fly
bag open.
speed of
60
Six-
60 feet.
Oh, so actually
wow.
it'll get there twice as fast as us, even if it had to sleep the same time we did.
Yes.
If we had more time, I'd consider it, but we don't
Actually, wait a
have
minute.
time. It would be a crunch, and I would rather not rush our last few stages to board the boat and kill this guy.
No, we'd get there. We'd set off the red herring. We'd get back. We were able to watch the boat so we could see what the heck it is we're dealing with. If we're lucky enough, we can even sneak my familiar on board, and we can have a better idea of what we're dealing with on the island as well.
math. It's alter self concentration.
Alter self is concentration. 1 hour.
Is minor illusion.
Minor illusion is a cantrip that lasts a minute, so effectively you can just keep recasting it. So you can say it's indefinite.
Well, between the two of us and his tattoo, we have disguises for the entire party.
Alter self only works on yourself.
Minor illusion on Adrime and Garnet. Disguise self, alter self.
Is disguise self concentration?
Yes.
Yes.
You can't concentrate on 2 spells at once.
No.
So we'd have disguises for me, you, and Gildal. Garnet and Adrime have no disguises. Also, there's the fact that Adrime needs
Minor
to
illusion
sleep
is
at
not
least with
concentration though.
Do you? How long does it last?
1 minute.
Is it first level spell?
It's a cantrip.
Minor illusion.
Wow. So you can use minor illusion. That would cover most of Garnet and most of at least half of him.
parts. Because, boots. You really need to cover boots.
Magical plus practical effects might work,
We'd still be very loud.
but still but there's still
What are
doesn't
we
change the
disguising
point.
ourselves as?
Zombies.
It could work.
It's a scam.
Well, it wouldn't work well under scrutination unless it's you or me with alter self. Because alter self does physically change us. Disguise minor illusion would not.
Yeah.
Also, it's much easier to see through an illusion than basically forced
It would
transfiguration.
depend on how shrewd they are.
Yes. It depends on.
We are talking about undead. They're not the smartest.
Yes,
Their
but we
brain
don't-
is kind
We
of
still
rotting.
don't know who's piloting the boat.
No.
For all we know, it could be the vampire.
It, from what I've learned, it's a
Yugoloth?
demon. A fiend.
But
Okay.
A fiend.
if we go on the ship, let's say there's some zombies doing menial tasks like gathering bodies. We go on the
Are
ship.
you guys
sneak-
fiends?
Technically, I think so.
Devils? Fiends?
Our race is tiefling.
Yes.
You're humanoid, technically. You have
Yes.
Fiendish.
We have
Right.
fiendish looking features.
It is fiend? Okay.
I'm demonic.
You're demonic.
I'm normal. I'm just kidding.
No! Your race worships demonic.
Yes.
Alright then.
So this is how my plan would go. And I'll pull out the same map I did.
There's still the Lich knows that we're at least in this area. We still need to somehow red herring him off our trail.
Yes.
How much are bags of holding again?
500 gold pieces.
We only have one, correct?
Well, Adrime has one.
Adrime had. A second idea just came to mind. we have Adrime go. Just Adrime.
Mhm.
Same ploy, him in the bag with the flap open, head sticking out maybe, or not. Your familiar flies him off a 3 days journey away
I
from
pull
here.
out my familiar. Look at his head. Put it back.
He keeps the bag open so he has constant airflow into the extra dimensional space, thereby keeping him from suffocating. Your little pseudo dragon flies him 3 days journey away from here. He sleeps without anti-magic one night to make him think we're 3 whole days away from him, and that we're on the run. That would send them on a different area, while the rest of us can stay here and watch the boat, so we have a better idea of what we're dealing with, and I can stick my familiar onto the boat.
You have to remember
really
that the
don't wanna
revenants
go
were
on this
on the
boat.
boat. So, the revenants must be helping the Lich. So the Lich has a constant radar on us all.
He has a constant general idea where and what direction we are.
Revenants know exactly where people are.
So they can literally just look at a map and point, they're here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Dang it all, I thought there was just a general direction, like they always know which
They
way
know
to go.
exact distance.
Crap, we can't hide that well.
No.
Wait, who
And
killed?
the bag of holding is
Who actually killed?
15 pounds.
Who actually killed guards at the escape?
The problem is the revenants will attack any of us, which means their
Yes, but they
vengeance
only
is
have
sworn on all of us.
they only have constant radar on whoever killed them.
And by all technicalities, we all killed the revenants back at camp a few days back.
Yes, but that was before they were resurrected.
That won't matter at that point. They'll go after all of us since we killed them.
Yes, but again, they only have a constant location beacon on whoever killed them the first time that caused them to resurrect. So
Oh, all together.
Whoever killed guards at the prison escape, they're the ones with constant location beacons.
In a sense. But
Okay, I
as
can't
things
remember
are,
about you.
we don't know who it is, so we can't split up.
Actually,
We've all killed a guard.
I didn't.
Except Mirth, who missed.
Did I kill a guard by myself?
We'll have to
I'm
look
pretty
over the
sure
film.
you did.
We'll go back and look over the tapes.
You do realize.
Yes, I killed most of them, but we all have... Everyone but Mirth really has
At
a...
least one kill there.
who knows if they're using scrying either.
Well, we have constant anti-magic.
Until you guys walk out to go burn bodies and go to apothecaries.
Well, well, as far as scrying works, as far as I remember from my books, they need something personal from us to get a good reading on us.
Yeah, how did you scry? How were you able to scry on me after I unleashed the Lich?
That was
Ah.
magic.
That was disturbing.
It was a very good trick. Taldar set it up for whoever touched the
First person to touch the
thing
orb.
would,
Did I touch
You
it?
just
I just
tried.
remember stabbing it.
well, if you destroyed it, then it is very much all over you.
Actually,
Also,
now I have
touch
another
it.
question back to that first
If you
session.
destroyed it.
Why did this shield thing go down if that was a last resort for if the Lich got out? Why did that go down?
That
It might-
wasn't...
Anti-magic.
What? Shit.
There was a big, remember there was a big magic.
No, this is Adra I'm asking.
Oh. So when we were getting into the town, Cranen, for the first time, there's a big magical dome around the entire village, keeping people in and out, keeping people from going in or out. We got in because of anti-magic, but the shield was still there.
That was not mine.
What?
I don't know what you're talking about, but that was not mine.
I'm gonna insight check this fool.
Okay, you make an insight check.
I'm going to believe him completely.
12.
He's being completely honest as far as you can tell.
Alright. Can I get the full schematics on how you set this whole trap thing for him up?
What? Oh, for him?
The whole ceiling shindig. I need the blueprints for that.
That took very long time, and you're a little bit smaller in wizardry than Taldar
I'm not
was.
trying to recreate
Ow.
it. I need to know how it was done so I can see what may have caused it.
Well, my anti-magic. Oh, are you talking about the shield? I thought you were talking about how we destroyed the Lich's prison.
I do not know about the shield, but I do know about the prison for the Lich. It was a very high spell, and the name of it, I think it's imprisonment that we used. It was several necromancers that had to fend off the Lich while I was able to throw it at him, and it absorbed his soul into it so that his
Very good spell.
soul could not go back to his phylactery. After that, I went off to the Feywild.
And died.
Well, I went and I set up the blueprints for Trundalk, and then I went to the Feywild to finish off the rest
Was
of
the
my
grinding
days.
stick made before or after this interaction?
It was during the Lich's rebirth.
So before.
Long before.
The grinding stick is the weakness to the phylactery. It's created every time a lich is created, a weakness has to be attached.
Yes, exactly.
It's just the way magic works.
Yeah, it's a lot of balancing things.
Pros and cons.
Well, that's dumb.
It's convenience sake.
I mean, in the whole wide world, there's one
I'm-
specific item that your phylactery is vulnerable to compared to the millions of things in it. I'd say it's a pretty decently close enough to invulnerability.
I mean, I'm glad that there's a weakness, but no offense to everyone at the table, but I think magic's dumb.
Of course you would think.
Perfect sense.
I don't use it. It's very handy though. But if nobody had it, the world would be way better. I could sleep without this dang lantern open.
Kind of.
Okay, assassins, but that's a little bit different than people getting into your head.
Back to the point of
Well,
this
I mean,
conversation.
they can get in your head.
I still think.
So,
okay, so
Mirth, you think we should get more intel?
we can't pull the red herring. We can't pull the red herring card.
Nope.
I personally think it'd be way more fun to wait for the assassin and kill the assassin.
Isn't he just gonna
Interrogate the
send another one?
assassin.
What?
Isn't he just gonna send another one?
Well, he did just send a whole army and we killed that, so I don't think it really matters.
Well, to be fair, we only killed 50 zombies and
Do we
one
just wanna
vampire.
Stay here and
Only
keep
50.
killing what
And
they
the
send
ogre
as a
zombie.
taunt?
The Revenant was
No,
basically
no, we kill the
untouched.
assassin and take the assassin's boat back.
Oh.
What if the assassin doesn't need a boat?
Then we wait for the next boat.
Okay. So how about this?
I just.
We disguise ourselves here and move on to the next town. But before we go, we at least get a good look at the ship that comes in. And maybe sneak some kind of spyware onto it.
What is this spyware you speak of?
Mine or your familiar?
Dang it.
Mine!
I really don't think that's gonna work.
Do you know how far we can see through the eyes?
We really need to
Not
just
far.
get it over with.
I mean, jump onto an island that could be a giant maze for all we know, of which we have no way
I'm
to...
really good at mazes.
Oh, like knowing the exact location of everything at any time and any place the second you walk into a new maze?
No,
Exactly.
but I can keep us not lost.
There's that point. But we still have no
And
idea where
why in
anything
the
is.
world would a lich make a maze? Because zombies are way too dumb to do a maze.
It would get
We are
This
working
island-
with undead.
This island is going to be the simplest walk straight line island. There can't be traps or zombies would fall into them. They will walk in the straightest of lines.
If he's a lich, he could have a teleportation circle set up to circumvent all that.
He could for himself,
Don't give the DM ideas, James.
but zombies and a whole army cannot work through one teleportation circle. It's just not going to happen. This is going to be very basic.
But still, we have
And we
no
can
idea
walk
where
in.
anything
I'm
or
all for
everything
heading
is.
on the boat in 3 days' time.
Yeah,
I'm with Garnet, unless we're waiting for the assassin.
I'm with Garnet. And
I
Gilbo.
prefer not to worry about assassins. How about we go kill the assassin in his bed instead?
Yeah!
Mmm.
Give him a taste of his own
Assassin.
medicine.
Yeah!
I don't think it'll be in his bed. I'm pretty sure he'll hear us coming.
Does he even sleep? If he even
If he even
sleeps.
sleeps.
He probably won't.
So, are we going to storm on the ship as volunteers, or are we going to pull the fake death idea?
I say we volunteer. If they don't accept us in armor, we'll kill it and take the ship.
Well,
Do
we
we
have
have-
all those feigned death spells, don't we?
Yeah, we have enough for everyone. Though we also have to make sure that nobody dies the entire time we're here for the next 3 days. Because if they just hand them dead bodies, so if anyone has or is going to die, they will just hand it them.
Paladin magic.
He can't resurrect dead bodies yet.
No, healing. He can make the old grandmas live a little longer, like a few days.
I can't help age. That's not how healing works, Estra.
The
Seeing
apothecary
healing's
here
done.
is really good at healing, so I don't think
magic
we'll have
stuff,
to
not
worry
healing.
about people dying. It sounds like somebody has had to volunteer every week.
Oh,
No wonder the village is so small. Do they like
Yes.
send criminals or something? Because like
Sometimes if somebody comes through, they'll ask if any if there's anybody sick or dying, they usually volunteer so that nobody else has to go.
Who's in charge of the village?
You've learned that there is no governmental structure. It's just a bunch of families that have moved here.
Well, next time the boat shows up, we'll just volunteer and go with him.
What if we evacuate everyone? There's no one here.
We might be able to do that, but
Move
I
everyone's
don't see the
homes,
purpose in that.
businesses.
Yeah, and I don't think we have enough time either. It was just a thought.
It is a good thought to try to starve him out of resources, but he's already had a year and a half of multiple villages to pull off of.
I know.
So
Well, it might cause more suffering than what's needed.
Yep.
I say we just volunteer. If they don't take us,
Volunteer
I
on
agree
the
with
boat in 3 days' time.
Gildo. I mean, how bad can a fiend be? It's already I don't know what, but it will be dead if it doesn't take us. I don't feel too bad killing a fiend. They're already from hell, so might as well send it home.
We're right here. So, all in favor of hopping on the volunteering on the boat in 3 days' time?
Aye.
Aye.
Majority. Left, you're out.
Adrime's tail lifts up too.
If I could cast mirror image, I'd say those opposed.
No, you just
That
use
still
other
only
stuff
counts
for
as
3
one.
hours.
One, who? 3? Well then, it is decided. Rest up. Don't do anything stupid like hunting down a dragon.
To be fair, we
Oh,
didn't
you
know we
heard
were
about
hunting
that.
a dragon.
Yes, I heard about it.
Yeah, Murph's right. We didn't know it was a dragon until it was there.
Well, I have an appointment with the apothecary early tomorrow morning.
That would be a good idea.
It's going to be so boring.
Maybe I should follow Mirth.
I guess I'll learn how to fish.
Oh, well then, we need to get you a character.
Ding.
So, your discussion done. What do you do for the rest of the day?
Disgusting.
And
Look for
Okay.
someone to buy a fishing pole from.
Okay, it's really simple. It's only like 2 silver pieces for everything that you need.
I'm going to familiarize myself with my new herbalism kit.
Okay, so you
I don't
look
have
at
any
it.
materials to experiment with now, but I'm just going
You
to
have
familiarize
some
myself with
basic
everything.
materials.
I know how to use it basically.
Yes, you have some basic materials.
Okay.
Nothing too extravagant. So, Gildor goes off fishing. Some of the fishermen down there feel really bad for you and how badly you're doing, so they take you under their wing and try to teach you. It's not every day that they have to teach a cow how to fish. Teach a person how to fish and you feed them for a lifetime. Teach a cow how to fish and you know no idea what happens.
You feed him for a day.
You feed him for a day.
He eats the stick instead.
Then boffs it up and chews it back.
Ugh.
Okay,
To bed in the morning.
so you go throughout the day with your. It's fairly boring. Okay,
Next
fast
one.
forward. What are you guys doing the next 2 days?
Alright,
You're
is-
gonna go spend time with the apothecarist.
Yes.
Are you coming with me this
Yes.
time? Alright.
I've got my old lady disguise on.
Okay.
Did you use the alter self for this one? Please tell me
I
now.
used disguise self.
Thank
Yes.
goodness. Right.
So you
Are
two
you going
go
with me as part of my party, or are you going with me as a separate person?
I'm going with you.
as a
As your
stepsister.
grandmother.
Oh.
As my grandmother? Oh dear. Alright, then follow my lead, don't do anything stupid, and stay in character.
I am in character.
Okay.
You need to do something about your accent.
You guys go
That's my old lady voice.
and learn from her. Roll some intelligence checks to just like
How many?
pick up. Just one, it's fine.
That is a
That is a straight 21.
14.
Impressive.
Yes.
Very impressive for you.
Okay. So you learn quite a bit actually. She's really impressed with how much you guys are picking up. What are you two doing?
I'm fishing.
You're fishing? You're just off in the ocean, just
And if I get the fish close, I take one of my hand axes out and I chop its head off.
okay.
That's how I catch my fish. Because I don't have a net. Who needs nets? You just kill the fish.
Yes, but you use the head to hold it on a string so you can hold it all together.
You don't
a lot
need that
easier.
when you can skewer on your halberd.
Just
So
5
it takes
fish.
it takes you most of the day, but you catch a couple fairly large fish.
They start a new inn in town. It's called 5 Fish on a Halberd.
Finally, I have the bait I need for my crocodile.
Okay, Garnet, what are you doing the next 2 days?
I don't know what I'd be doing the next couple days. There's
Fighting
not much
fish.
for me to do.
Going swimming.
Go swimming,
Splashing
drop the
in
bomb.
puddles.
Go hunting, maybe. I don't know.
Sparring with that dragon.
That'd be actually. You could actually charge people. That'd be quite a show.
Scorpion type versus tiefling.
I think we all know who wins.
Scorp type.
The person with the most plot armor.
Yes. So,
Adram.
next 2 days pass by.
Now, during the first day we're there, I'm going to ask her what uses would dragon parts be in potion making.
If you're very, very skilled, you would be able to use the scales for either a resistance of that dragon type or a breath weapon of that dragon type.
I'm gonna pat him on the back and say, "Steady, boy, you're never going to face a dragon."
No, but one of my customers might bring in pots I could buy.
Yeah, you wish.
It could happen.
You're
You will
so
have to be-
supportive of your fake
Yeah.
grants.
You'll have to practice for a very long time. I do not see dragon parts very often, so I don't usually use them.
As a reference for just in case in the future, how much would you buy do dragons get for?
A
I
single
don't think she
scale?
would buy dragon kale.
I probably wouldn't buy a single one, but I would probably maybe a gold or 2 per scale.
Thank you.
They're very dangerous creatures, very large scales. So, you go throughout that day learning. You guys go back.
How much would it cost to get materials for making healing potions from her?
Healing potions?
Materials, just the materials for it, like red mushroom and the stuff. It shouldn't be that as expensive because I'm
no.
not paying for labor into it.
Yeah, it would probably cost you. Let me check here. It's not a lot. Common recipes. We're gonna say it costs you about like.
I would guess 15 to 20.
Yeah, it costs you about 20 gold pieces for everything to make one potion.
Okay, so if I'm lucky, and I doubt that. Okay, that'd be 200 silver pieces worth. Or 2,000 copper.
That's a lot of math.
Actually, I'm kind of tempted now to pay her in 2,000 copper.
Do you have that much?
No, but between all of us, I think we do.
No.
Maybe.
He's got like 1,000.
Almost. Just 100 is short.
Oh, then yes. Yes, we do.
Okay.
Okay.
So do you buy stuff?
I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll buy the enough for 2
So 40 gold pieces?
or 400 silver in this case.
Okay. She takes it,
It's a
waves
bag
it
of
over her
400
box.
silver.
She gives you the mushrooms and a few other minor herbs to mix with it.
Mushrooms.
Enough for 2 potions worth if I'm lucky.
Not for eating.
Okay, so do you mix those up? Do you spend the next
Under her guidance.
under her guidance?
So I'm gonna ask her to help to me as I'm making one.
Okay, as you're making
I
one.
make the other one.
Okay, roll with advantage. Make a survival check.
So off wisdom. Wouldn't that be medicine or nature?
Oh, do medicine. Not. Totally forgot about medicine. Yes,
medicine
do
is a skill. That
think
would
you had
be
advantage.
without 13.
That's good enough. It's a very easy potion to make. So, you're able
Would
to
I be able to recreate it myself?
make an intelligence check.
Did I do the other one or did my
That is a 14.
Yes, you would be able to make it yourself. You have learned enough from her
That I can make it
that
now.
you could make it now. You are not proficient with your herbalist kit, so you can't add your proficiency. It would be straight medicine still. But yes. Did you let her try and make a potion?
Heck no. Not unless she pays for it herself.
Okay, so you finish up. It is the day that the boat will arrive.
Alright, as my
What
last.
do you do as to prepare for it?
Okay.
It usually comes at nightfall.
Dang it, I can't go as my alchemist self because I need spells.
You go as your wizard self and she's
Comes
like,
at
"This one
nightfall.
can-"
I shall basically sleep and be ready for the night to be
Okay.
awake.
Yeah.
So,
Zestra, could you do me a favor?
Yes.
We need to know where to harvest crystal sage. The apothecary harvests it daily. So, if you could, in your good old granny disguise, you could even take the granny stick if you wish.
that's right. No.
Yeah, copper. You can even take your good old walking stick. Wouldn't that be fun? That'd be nice.
Don't have a walking stick.
Anyway, in character, I want you to try to ask her where you can find crystal sage. If that doesn't work, have your familiar follow her.
Okay.
This stuff is usable. And
He pushes me out the door.
this stuff is usable, it's helpful, and not to mention very, very valuable.
Okay. I walk
A
over
whole bag would set you for life. Now
to
go!
the apothecary.
Okay, so you make your way over to the apothecary.
Disguise self in the middle of walking because why not? He pushed me out the door. Anyway.
With
name
your
did
disguise thrown
What
on
name
you.
did you go by for the last 2 days? Well, 2.5 days at this point.
Grand.
Gran.
Thank you,
Okay.
Gran.
Yes.
You walk in.
Or granola.
Granola.
Grand Ola. Her name is Ola, but she's like Grand Ola.
Tuyara looks up. Ah, Gran. How can I help you?
So, I was thinking about those crystal stuff that you have.
Yes, crystal sage.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, I'm enjoying
How
this.
is that like harvested?
Very, very carefully.
Well, yes, I understood that part of Paradise's things. Would I be able to like watch from a distance as you do it?
I do not give away trade secrets.
I thought so. I told my grandson. He didn't believe me.
Yes. It is very rare and hard to find out in the desert, but
And
It
yet
can be
she harvests
found.
it daily.
you're not there.
Yes, my grandson was just so cowardly and was like, no, I can't go after it. I have to just buy it. It's terribly expensive.
Yes, it is very expensive, but
If you give me a discount, I will love you for life.
you're not here. You don't hear him.
He's always had trouble with the adventuring thing. His friends,
Yeah.
went off and died.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Thanks you, Grand.
And then I'm going to be like, okay, my business here is done. I'll see you later.
Okay.
If not now.
And I'll walk
Have a
back.
good evening. Okay, you walk back. Give Murph the
Give me the rundown. What
depressing
happened?
news.
They said no.
Trade secret.
Yes,
Did you at least plant your familiar on her?
I forgot.
And Murph makes his way over.
Masquerading as a high wizard.
I am Hal Jenkins Pendragon, and I am here.
I am here for
Ow!
your inspection.
Okay.
I don't think you meet the safety requirements by the law.
Pull a man dog.
I'm just going to curse a bit Inferno.
Okay.
Now what to
I
do?
got 2 in character, and it's your fault.
What's going on down here?
Most
This
wanted to
is
find
why
Crystal
I
Sage.
can't do things.
Without me,
If
I
you
know.
want something done right, you do it yourself.
And you do it badly.
How much time do we have left?
I was checking battery, not 46 minutes on that one.
Oh, okay.
Alright, I'm just going to sadly use the last of my materials to make another potion.
Okay.
Sadly.
But first, which of you like me today? We're going to go with you because you seem to be nice today.
Knock on wood.
And
Thank you for your 6.
You are 13?
6. It's
No.
a 6.
Oh,
I
I was
can
like-
help.
13? No. So, you go to make it, but you are so frustrated that she would not tell you about the crystal sage.
And the ineptitude of
That
my
you mess it up. It doesn't turn out right.
Step 1,
So what does it
clear
turn
your
into?
mind.
It
Do we have to roll
Dubious.
the potion table for
Turns
that?
into dubious
Huh?
food.
It's blurred out. You can't even see it anymore.
It turns into this red mush. It doesn't look right. Doesn't smell
It's
right.
this bright purple mush.
Could possibly be poison.
Yes.
Would it, be
Or
just, would it just be easier to make poison from this stuff instead? And then sell that? Poison is a little bit more expensive than healing potions.
Good poison.
This will probably just make you high.
That term doesn't exist in this world.
Friendly mushrooms!
Mushy giant friend.
I'm going to just keep it, tuck it away for
Okay.
investigation later, and just kind of die
Feed it to the
inside.
next minute.
Die inside.
I should have
Feed it
used,
to
I
the
should have
next
used you. I should have used you.
Okay. So, the sun is starting to set in the west. Adrime has gathered his things. It is time.
I'm not ready for this. None of us are ready for
I'm
this.
ready. Let's go.
What's
They
the worst that
s-
can happen?
Yeah.
A lot of things.
Undead.
It was a rhetorical.
I'm
It was a rhetorical.
rhetorical question.
How much
Most
of
people answer like you're not
I
having
need a
it be
pearl of
rhetorical.
power. That's what I need. I need a pearl of power.
And entire magic stick?
It usually shows up at the docks. So that is where we will wait.
Down to the docks. Is everyone else in the village there?
At the docks?
Mm-hmm.
No.
No. As you're walking towards the docks, you notice a lot of people shutting and barring their doors and windows.
So wait, are we just gonna volunteer for the boat? We're gonna wait for the assassin.
We're gonna volunteer for the boat.
And if that doesn't work, then we'll wait for the assassin.
No. Then we kill the boat driver. And if that doesn't work, then we wait for the assassin.
Plan A, Plan B, and Plan C.
What could go wrong? We planned for everything.
You get down to the docks, and there's an older gentleman standing there. What are you doing here?
Taking your place, fine sir.
Oh, okay. And he just like walks off.
Well,
Thank you.
that was easy.
Welcome.
Wait, do they only take one or groups?
Usually only one is needed.
But they'll probably take as many as they can get.
Can get, yeah.
So wait, that means we could surprise them on the boat. Everyone get in the bag of holding.
No, we're not suffocating.
We're not going to suffocate.
Well, you can only fit one head out of the thing.
So we don't have to. We just have to keep the bag open.
It doesn't work that way.
Also, we should
'Cause
probably
it-
pull out
as soon as you-
anti-magic.
Put most of it in there, it goes into the extra dimensional
And
plane.
we're carrying anti-magic stuff on our persons.
It's all in boxes.
Yeah, I know, but it might.
It
Suppose
might
the
be
box
useful.
shifts and the bag ruptures.
The bag won't rupture.
It won't rupture from inside. but yeah.
If the anti-magic comes out,
Of the box?
Then
of
we're
the box.
just stuck.
We don't have it in a box though. We have it in a lantern.
I know, but
you guys
it-
have
in the bag,
it won't.
It won't rupture. It will just deactivate.
It would.
deactivate. Points
The
denied.
extra dimensional field basically eject you.
Yes.
And everything in it.
Forcefully ejected from a bag of holding.
That's probably actually what would happen in an anti-magic field. So it's just like,
If
Well, Yeah, probably not.
a bag of holding. No.
no.
No, it just closes that
It would
extra
just
dimensional.
Yeah.
Like when they burned the knapsack in Fablehaven.
Yes.
Box was still there in the other plane. It's just there was no way to get in.
Yes.
But they had air ducts, magical air ducts.
Okay.
How much do coins weigh?
Well, not.
You would
you
find
have a
that
lot.
in money.
Money, money, money by the pound.
So,
money,
as you are waiting, the sun sets, and you can see off in the distance a smaller boat slowly making its
50 coins
way,
weigh a single pound.
towards the dock. It has a single humanoid figure at the front with a long stick, just rowing towards the dock.
Did we want to do the disguise thing?
No.
Okay.
What's the point?
Not really anything. It's just cantrip.
The boat pulls up to the dock, and the humanoid has this tattered cloak on with the hood up.
Hello, Death.
Are you the volunteers?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Well then, come aboard.
Might I ask your name?
I have no name.
Then what are you called?
I am called when needed.
When needed.
Alright then, when needed, we shall permission to come aboard.
This is not going to be a very good ride.
Permission to come aboard when needed.
Yes, you have
Thank you.
permission.
Oh, got it?
I can't decide. when
Pretty
I want
soon you
Do I
will
see
have
his face at all, or is it just completely covered by the hood?
It is really dark, and it is mostly covered.
I have
you
dark
get,
vision.
yes, but it's very dark.
His
You
face.
get the sense that he is mostly like human. You can see most of his arm, it's very bony, but he has
Does he look
skin on
undead?
it. He almost looks undead, but it's as you being fiendish blood, he is a fiend. He is not undead, but he is from the hells.
How quickly can we kill him without being noticed?
Well, we have magical equipment so we can bypass resistances. We can't talk in infernal.
I can talk in demonic though.
It's
None of us
abyssal.
know that.
Abyssal, whatever.
I can talk in
Elvish.
undercommon.
I bet you he speaks undercommon.
Elvish then.
Probably speaks Elvish.
Common.
I actually
You
do.
hear in your head, I can hear everything you're saying.
No, but this isn't me
This is-
thinking.
oh,
This
see.
isn't out of character discussion.
This isn't me thinking. So,
Okay, back in character, everyone.
the boat slowly turns. It's a very unnatural turn, actually, as you guys notice.
As we've noticed, we are sailors.
Yes, exactly.
So how does this boat work?
It is a magical boat.
If it lost magic, would it not go anywhere?
No, it will not go anywhere. It would probably sink. Now shut up and let me bring you to the undead island.
So what brings you here to the So what brings you here?
I am bound here.
How did you get bound?
The undying king.
Are you happy with your service, or would you like to leave?
It is not my choice. I am merely...
If you were given the choice, would you leave?
Yes. I do not like this material plane.
So, if we were able to find some way to sever your contract...
The only way you would do that is by killing the master. He is not easily killed.
You
And
mean
if
the
we
dead
could.
king?
If you could, I would return to the hells.
Sir, how much would you pay to get out of your contract?
I am not paid. It is not a
Of
contract.
course!
I am merely bound.
I'm gonna do an insight check on this guy.
Okay, you do an insight check.
Holy
That's an
Hera!
unnatural 20.
Sweet mother of the sea.
Is let me see here. Perception, charisma based. Okay. Okay. He's being honest.
If we could, again, what would you give us to unbind you from this man or thing?
I will take you to your death. That is what I will do. For that is where we are headed. That is my job, that is my purpose. I cannot turn on my master.
Of course not, but after he's gone.
You will never see me again after he is gone.
Unless, of course, you gave us some way to contact you or temporarily summon you back here for a brief conversation. No, I'm just spitting out facts.
It mattereth not. You will all be dead tonight.
Zestra comes
Do
up
you
to
want
the
to
front of
bet
the boat
on
now
that?
because she was totally distracted.
I will bet your lives on it. At this rate, you will be in hell before me.
Been there.
Ouch.
I've been there, thank you. Don't find it lovely.
So, you travel for several hours.
Game of cards.
I'm confused. Hold on. I'm confused. Are we killing him or what are we doing?
We said we are going to kill him if he didn't let us on the boat.
He's let us on the boat. He's displeased with his master, but because of the binding, he's unable to do anything about it. And I was trying, and
So
but
no,
it didn't get.
we're
me
not
anywhere.
going to kill him.
We don't have any reason to kill him. If anything, I sympathize with the poor demon devil.
The fog is super thick.
So, how long have you been here?
Wow, insensitive.
Time is meaningless to me.
Not to some.
Well, to me. Now,
Yeah, some of your kind
How
of
many moons have you seen?
collecting things.
I do not see very many. I only travel outside of the fog.
How many bodies have you collected so far?
More than the average.
What is the
Are
average?
we talking 100 or?
More than you would like to know.
The average death rate just matters on city.
Yes.
Is
As
this
you...
city dialogue?
Is the boat bound to you?
Huh?
The boat, is it bound to you?
Yes, the boat is bound to me.
Can you leave it?
Could you bind it to me?
No and no. Why would I leave my boat?
I was
Well-
asking, can you, not will you?
Can you set it up for if you, I don't know, mysteriously vanish from this plane of
And yes,
existence
this
to
is
bind it
20
to the next
million
person that touches
questions.
it?
It would sink.
Good point.
You look at the boat, and there are tons of holes in it.
Bound meaning it should not be floating.
It should not be floating. Like, it is a terrible piece of.
How big is this boat? Are we overcrowding it?
It's big enough for you. It's a small longboat. It can hold you guys.
Right,
very
so we know
easily.
you can't directly do anything, Mr. Master. What can you tell us about the island?
I can tell you that there's a large fortress and a lot of undead
So where do you set us off at?
at the docks.
Well, we don't exactly have a direct ticket in the castle, and it would have been nice to have known that beforehand.
You
Guildhall?
volunteered. You have a direct ticket to see the master so that he can kill you.
Oh, so we have a direct line inside.
Yes.
Convenient.
Very convenient.
Seems how there's only one spell that would be very useful in killing and creating zombies.
He kills us?
That's the only way to make us into a zombie permanently, under his control.
Living creatures do not become zombies. Living creatures become much worse.
Lights?
No.
Revenants?
No.
Vampires?
Yes.
Demons?
Whoa! We're talking vampire. All vampires. Oh, have we been... I just realized. I never looked at my cursed sword.
Do you want to be a vampire? I'm just kidding.
Nope, you never did look at your cursor. You
Oh,
were
you
too
had a
busy
couple
looking
days.
I had a whole few days.
Then you and I will have
How much
double
longer until we get
sunlight
to the island?
sensitivity.
Not long. Maybe an hour.
Are we
Do you
annoyed?
mind if I just check my equipment?
I do not care.
We are annoying.
Sorry, I'm so sorry, chap. And I'm just gonna rummage through, make sure I have everything, and now I'm calculating. Is this a good idea to bring out yet or not?
That's a wonderful idea. We can throw you overboard.
Yes, please do that.
I haven't been talking that much, have I?
Only for several hours. This is like an 8-hour journey.
Meanwhile, now I shall talk to him.
We've just been taking turns asking questions.
So,
Alright, so
Tag teaming.
heck it, we might or may or may not die anyways. I'm gonna pull out the sword and look at it.
okay, you pull out the sword. It is a great sword, created out of obsidian with red veins covering the blade.
Are the
And
veins
handle.
material, like crystal, or is it...
It's kind of like a crystal built into the obsidian. It is very fine workmanship. It's very rough obsidian, but it looks immaculate.
That's pretty amazing.
Do you know anything about this by any chance?
I know nothing of weapons.
Do you know if it has any magical stuff in it?
Depending on where you got it, it may.
Say from a vampire? Working for your master?
Then maybe.
Definitely.
You...
I'm gonna make an arcana check on it.
Okay. You start to get closer. You can see large, very large, dark... Whoa. Very large, dark buildings in the distance. Through the fog. It's starting to lighten up as you get closer to the island. So, with your natural 20,
What do I know about this lovely weapon?
you grab it and you study it. It is definitely magical. And as you study it even more,
Oh dear.
you hear a voice inside of your head.
Crap.
Are you my new master?
Hello?
Hello?
That remains to be... That matters on who's asking.
I.
Who are you?
You don't hear anything.
Who are you?
I am Bloodseeker.
Lovely name. What do you do?
Something evil today?
I kill things and devour their blood.
Can you change your shape?
No.
Dang it.
That would have been very handy.
I'm trying to remember where I put that. If I even grabbed
It's
it.
on your laptop.
Oh. I will just have the stats right here then.
Did you write it down?
Yes,
Thank goodness.
I came up with it at work.
I've seen it.
We'll edit it.
So, what do you wish?
Can you kill a witch?
Kill? Yes.
I can kill.
It might not be in your best interest, but I could kill a lich.
Why wouldn't it be in my best interest to kill a witch?
It might kill you.
Is this a hole if it deals damage to undead things? It hurts me.
Are you asking the sword?
Do you eat souls?
Mostly only blood.
Ah, so if I hit something without blood, you drain my blood, correct?
Yes.
Well then.
Do you have any blood for me? It's been several days.
That was a cool sword. Can I see it?
No. One moment, Garnet. If
You guys are all sitting on this boat. He's over there looking at this very nice, weird-looking sword, talking to it. Do you drink blood? Do you eat souls?
Murph, this is kind of creeping me out. I think.
Blood! One moment! I'm talking to Bloodseeker here.
He named it.
Mirth,
If I gave you enough blood and enough magical time, could you change your shape
Why would I change my shape?
to be better fitting for your wielder? The more you'll be able to use by your wielder, the more likely you are to drink blood.
Mirth, put it away.
Put it away.
Probably not. I am bound to this ship.
If we could unbind you,
Then I would probably drink your blood anyway.
what if my blood wasn't as tasty as you thought?
It doesn't matter.
Good point. Good point.
Blood is blood.
Mirth, you're freaking me out.
Ah, yes, I'm sorry. This is the sword from the vampire you killed, that I helped you kill, that I nearly risked my life to so you could kill. You remember it?
You've been talking a little else for the past few days.
Well, this is his sword. Bloodseeker, Bloodseeker, Garnet, Garnet, Bloodseeker. You probably can't hear him.
You hear in your head, "It is good to meet you, Garnet."
Well,
You don't hear that.
Put it away.
probably.
Put it away.
So to answer your question, yes,
I will knock
I
it
am
in the
your new
ocean on
master.
the count of 3.
Then a two
3.
to me.
I don't have time. I don't have time right now. So a little bit later. I promise I'll give you as much blood as I can later on. I'm gonna stuff it back in my bag.
Mirth,
Okay.
you will do no such thing.
You put it back. Off in the distance, you can see docks coming
What? It's not like I
closer.
can use it. And besides, I'm going to need Gildal's help to
It's
reforge it.
creepy.
I don't know if I can reforge a cursed blade.
Well, try it out. You have a magical expert.
This is something
It might die.
I'm normally very open to your experimentation on whatever, so long as it doesn't inflict bodily harm. This might inflict bodily harm.
If I do things wrong, and I don't plan to do anything for
The only
at least
one
a
that would
month.
be harmed in this scenario is me.
It's creepy.
I'm pounding a magic sword with a hammer.
A stone
It's
one.
creepy.
Creepier than Cal at 9 in the morning?
Yes.
I don't know who she's talking about, but that's bad.
You come up to the dock, and the boat
Creepier than this island?
just stops.
About
They're
equally so.
off to the
Well-
left.
All in favor of getting off and completely activating both anti-magic spheres?
Well,
Not yet.
I'm gonna stick my hand towards the devil. One devil to the fiend, one fiend to another. It was a pleasant ride. See you in hells.
It was not a pleasant ride. Now get off my boat.
Fine!
You
Got it,
see,
anti-magic.
you see zombies and one humanoid standing at the dock.
We can't yet. Get the lantern ready.
5 volunteers this time.
Yes, and all of them lovely, aren't they?
Yes,
Yeah.
I am.
This one's talkative.
Hey.
Hopefully undeath will help.
I don't think
I don't think it will.
It'll make it
Well,
worse.
then,
He won't
to
be
this
there.
To this day, I've only met one thing more talkative than me, and that was undead.
Follow me.
If you're gonna turn him into something, please be a skeleton, then he can't talk.
Flame skull, turn me into a flame skull.
Flame skulls can talk.
That's the last thing we need.
A laughing thing. So, the
Though a flame skull
The-
made out of a tiefling would look really cool.
it would be interesting. The humanoid starts walking off, and the zombies are
Can I
just
figure out what he is?
make a perception check.
Something I am good at. 15.
15.
I really
He
wanna
looks
destroy.
like a human with very pale skin.
Probably another vampire or vampire spawn.
Is
Crap.
The heebie-jeebies.
A little bit glowing red eyes.
Magic, please.
Yeah.
Not
Did we ever determine if anti-magic would affect the vampire's healing or not? Or is it just down to their basic physiology?
That's just their basic physiology.
Crap.
They just regenerate. That's what their body does.
Just certain things stop it for a while.
Yes. Exactly. So, do you follow this humanoid and
Of course.
half dozen zombies?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, do we so how many anti-magic stuffs do we have OOC?
OOC?
Add a character.
We've probably already discussed this. So I know we have the one from Garnet. How many does Adrime have? Because he said
You
he had
have
layered his room
No
with them.
idea.
We know he has a fireball.
You know he has a couple, at least. 2, at least.
So, 3 we know.
Okay.
3 are certainties.
So I say we need to. So we know he has one, and you have one. At least he has one, probably 2 or 3. You have one. They have a 10-foot radius, so we gotta stick close to you and Adrime when all things go to Hades. Me?
Yes.
Wrong universe for that one.
So, and we'll figure this out at combat.
Anti-magic, please. Please.
Not yet. That would give
That's
him.
right.
That'd give him a bad. That'd give him an idea or wonder what
Okay.
we're doing. We have to wait till we're in the belly of the
So,
beast.
you walk along the dock. It is a stone
Easy now.
island that. So the dock goes into stone, large rocks.
Resurrection potions.
Technically.
There is a large, like 20-foot wall, tall, that goes as far as you can see.
I've seen better.
There are 2 large gates
Now, those are actually kind of impressive.
that are just open. The path that leads in.
Is any of it broken?
No, it looks very well kept.
It's in pristine condition.
Yes, it is very moist, but overall it is
Condensation, but well
fairly
kept.
well kept.
No rust anywhere. God, can you believe this? Such excellent metalwork.
So, you follow them into this
Session 15.
bar
we're already at the
inside of the gate. Off to your left, there's a very large warehouse. You see humanoids throwing corpses into the warehouse. They've got like a wagon with corpses on it, and they're just throwing them into the warehouse. You follow them, your guide, for a while.
Vampire friend.
Leads you through this run-down, like, city. Buildings are just broken and destroyed. There are skeletons wandering around, zombies wandering around everywhere. You go through the town square sort of thing. It's just eerily quiet, other than zombies moaning and bones scraping against stone. Tons of mist, so you can't see very far. But he leads you up to this other wall. It's about 15 feet tall. The doors open. And then inside there are more humanoids.
This is not good.
More fresh blood.
Thank you.
Pokey pokey.
They open the door.
I try to take good care of myself.
Zestra's freaking out.
They open the door. Where did I draw
Poking
that?
guard
up?
it, poking and drum. He can't feel it. Poke guard it again.
Okay,
I did it.
so
Keep my mind ready.
you go through the first gate. You see a large fortress.
Well, this
It is a lot more run down.
We should end soon. We're about out of batteries.
Oh dear.
Can't we plug it in?
No,
That
that one
is a-
needs.
We can kill the
Battery.
lich next session.
Yes.
No, I can't wait a week for this. I spent too much time.
How much battery's on there?
Like it's flashing, it's dying.
Oh, do
It's
you have a
no
double A?
bars.
No double A's.
I've used them all.
We can run home for some double A's.
I've got double A's upstairs.
That's the thing. Doing that though just complicates editing later.
It's true. But you walk in. We'll describe this next part. You walk in. It's already 9 o'clock and I have to work tomorrow.
Mhm.
You walk in through the front. Well, there's two guards standing at the door. They open the door. Inside, you are in a waiting room type thing. There is a double door in front of you. 4 doorways, 2 on each side of you. They open the double doors. There's 2 more humanoids in there. They open the doors and you walk in.
Do I see anything that's like broken or has tears or rips in it at all?
Like fabric?
Like fabric, pieces of stoneware, furniture, things like that.
It is. There's no furniture inside of this. It's very empty room. It's a very small empty room. But there's.
So just as I'm walking, I'm just gonna drag my hand along the wall and fix it up.
Oh, okay. So you go. They open the doors. Inside, there is a white with 12 zombies around him. It is a
Fast.
very large room with 4 pillars on either side going back. There is a raised. I can't even think of the word. There's 2 steps up to a throne made of stone and iron. Inside of it, sitting on the throne, is an older man in armor. Volunteers.
And the magic beef.
I do not want them. They killed my son.
Ho!
You will pay for what you have done.
When did we kill your son?
Just the other day.
This is the vampire
Vampire.
lord. This is not the Lich King. We're in the wrong room.
Sorry, we meant
No.
to go this way.
You are in the right room.
So wait, are you the undead king?
No.
Where is he? I'm a big fan. I want to meet him.
You will not meet him until you are dead. And he shall raise your corpses.
We'll see.
4 vampires walk in behind you and close the door.
I told you all this was a bad idea. I told
Next
you. I
time.
told you.
That is where we'll pick up next time.
I told you all it was a bad idea. I told you all we should have gotten more info.